Good morning, everybody. AJ, the CEO here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Woo, man, I just finished running back here because I'm trying to set up for something that I knew that was going to be coming up pretty soon. I hope y'all are doing well. Let me cut back over here. I don't know if you noticed. Again, I am at fault for not doing this, just been so busy. I don't know if I pan over. We changed our camera here. We're using the Blackmagic Micro Cinema Camera 4K G2. I meant to do a video on that, but we had some issues with the audio. Most of y'all know I said I've been using the DJI Mic 2, which is a very great mic. The only issue is I haven't been using it as much with my Sony ZV-E10 because there is an issue that when you connect this, if this thing will stay open, if you have that camera and the receiver here, if you plug this into the camera with the cable into the camera, it picks up radio frequency over this cable. And I didn't realize that, and that's where I was just thinking maybe I had some setting wrong. So a lot of the videos that you have not seen are because of this. So of course, to fix it is, and it only happens with the Sony camera. Any other camera, it works perfectly fine. That's why when I pair it with the my other cameras, it's not an issue. But they came out with this new receiver here that plugs directly into the Sony camera. So if we connect this here, so we connect it right here. So now this little clip, if you can see, it connects directly to the camera. So now you don't have any cable, and it directly pulls audio from here. So not that anybody wondered, but that's the reason why you haven't seen me use this camera that much, because every time when I've used this camera, I thought I messed up the audio settings, and all of the audio was just really jacked up in those videos. That's the reason why you haven't seen me use that. So let me put this stuff back in place real quick. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. I know I went and started with a lot of other stuff here, but for those who don't know, normally I come here as best as I possibly can to try and do a Q&A on Fridays to try and answer your questions when it comes to related to media ministry, tech, sometimes ministry. Some people come here for my rants, something like that. But my whole goal here is to try and help y'all as best as I possibly can. I don't know everything, but hopefully I try and give you a straight answer and kind of point you in a direction to try and help you. Because I know when I got started, there wasn't a lot of references on how to do this stuff. So I just, hey, you find a need and fill it. And so that's why we're here. So let's go ahead and holler at some folks real quick. Good morning, Mr. Clarence. And my image is way too much. Let me turn the gain down on here. All right. See, that looks better. All right, from here. Mr. Clarence, hey, good morning, sir. Reverend Leroy, how are you doing? Anthony, I meant to tag you in here. I didn't see you, but I talked to you about what I said to Creator for Fun. Good morning to you. Parker, hello, hello. Mr. Rob Wilson, how you doing, sir? Patrick, how are you doing? John, hey, good morning. Brian Jones, good morning as well. And like I said, Creator for Fun, hello, hello. Tangela Brown, hello. Darius, what is going on? Daniel, how are you doing? Kenneth Taylor, how you doing, sir? Mike, hello, hello. Mitch Roy, how are you doing? Video streams, what is going on? Francisco, good morning. Kurt, hello, hello. Fresh Start Church of Philadelphia, good morning. Pastor Liz, hey, good morning. Dean, what is going on, sir? Monty, how you doing, sir? Thanks for stopping by. Lace Dad, hello, hello. Scott, how you doing? John, hello, hello. Jerry, hello. And First Church United Methodist, Christ First United Methodist Church. I was getting ready to say, that's an interesting name. Church First United Methodist Church. I read wrong. So Christ First United Methodist Church, hello, good morning. All right, folks, so before we get started, please know, if you have any questions, please put it with a Q so it makes it jump out. But let's get all the formalities out of the way. Let me just tell y'all some of the other stuff that I got going on here. Not that y'all would be interested, but I know Dominic on the Amazon sales, I ended up getting 2 new hard drives for my NAS. So this is the importance of having backups. That's my main NAS right now. I don't know if you see that yellow light. That is a warning because the brand new drive that I put in there died, and I literally almost lost 7 years of all my work. So I have been very stressed about trying to get that stuff done. So we're getting that fixed. But make sure you back your stuff up. I have 3 NASs now that I've separated. That one is mainly for work. I separated all of my pictures, stuff since before Ayana was born back in 1980. All my stuff is backed up. Please make sure you back your stuff up. I did have it in Google. I was paying for that, but then they were like, you're reaching your limit. So I like to back up the backups of backups. So, and then also I say that to say that ProPresenter has not been working for some odd reason. So I can't do all my graphics like I normally would. But if you have any other questions, you can always email me at questions@ajhomes.com. Give me 48 to 72 hours to respond. If you go back and forth with me on an email, at least 4 emails, I highly recommend that you go ahead and set up a consultation because you'll be lucky to catch me in mid-drive when I'm answering emails or where I'm standing still. If you really need my time, honestly, I would say go to ajhomes.com/consultations, book a consultations, on-sites, phone calls, Zooms, all this other stuff we got is made available to you. Also, if you're not a part of the Facebook group, go ahead and join that. Go to facebook.com go to facebook.com and then look up Modern Media Ministry Made Easy. Answer the 3 questions. You are in. Now, mini rant getting ready to start. This group, let me bring this back up. This group was meant to help media ministries back and forth. It's not meant for you to share your live stream unless we bring that up. It's not meant for you to help share the word of that great message that your pastor preached in that group. You get kicked out very quickly for that. This group is not for that. The other thing I'm saying right now, as nasty as I can possibly be, if you are a vendor and you con your way into that group and you post nothing but advertisements for your products, you will be banned for life. I have too many people that came in there lying, saying that they're a part of a church, and all they do is try to peddle their stuff. So it's just like Jesus. I'm over here just digitally flipping over the table. You ain't coming in there selling and promoting your stupid products, all right? Don't do that. So I'm sorry to do that. It's just annoying for stuff like that to happen because that's not the place for that, all right? What's some other stuff? Don't forget, folks, we're at 63,390, I think, subscribers. I promised y'all every 10,000 subscribers all the way up to 250,000, we're going to be doing a giveaway. I still have not updated this. We're doing a giveaway of a $2,000 live stream bundle or 2 $1,000 bundles where we're giving away stuff for a mini setup and stuff like that. Link is down below to enter that, or it's right here. Easier just to go into the description and get it right there. If you've already entered, don't worry about it. If you're a Patreon supporter or a YouTube member, I enter your name in twice, so you have twice the chances of doing that. What other stuff do I have left over? We need your team pictures, folks. If I want to shout out your team, y'all are doing great stuff. Email me at questions@ajhomes.com. Put my media team there. Send a picture. Let me know the name of your church, and then I want to give y'all a shout out. And also, if you're doing some great stuff, because I don't do everything myself, I want to see your viewer stories. If you got some excellent stuff that you're doing with your media ministry, your setups, your portable live streaming, whatever you're doing ministry related that can help bless other folks, send it to me at info@ajhomes.com. Make the subject viewer stories. Put no music in the background. Make the audio clear. I need to change that to 2 to 5 minutes. We don't want a 30-minute video, but if you can send that to me, I want to give a shout out and bring attention to what you're doing. All right? I think that is enough of everything I was going to do. All right, so let's go ahead and fire away at y'all's questions. I think I've ranted enough. Reverend Leroy. Good morning, AJ and family, new members. What did you say about Starlink cell phones and using cell phones to live stream with, or did you hear wrong? A little bit. You heard a little bit of that different. So SpaceX did a launch, a Falcon 9 launch, I think 2 weeks ago, where out of all the launches that they did, this one actually had an issue. So right now, they were launching new Starlink satellites that have cell phone functionality, meaning that sooner or later, you're going to be able to use your phone and they will be able to talk and go through, instead of cell towers, go to global satellites. So imagine having global cell phone service. That's what I was talking about. And the speed is getting better for live streaming with that. So the first part was right, not using your phone to stream, but I mean, that's always been the same. It's just that the Starlink stuff is going to be able to have cell phone service instead of using cell towers. That's what that was about. Let's see. Let me jump over here to the next one here. Well, let me just mention that while I brought that out. Anthony, Creator for Fun, Pastor Alicia, if you're on here, I actually did a updated video, and the lights are kind of messed up right now, where we are building a live streaming system, well, not a presentation system for 31st Street Baptist Church. We're going to be installing 2 digital walls for them as well, too. And what we finished building, I'm editing the video right now. We're doing a long creative build of this new system. This is the Ryzen 5 8600G. Most of y'all know I actually built this exact system already before, but like I just mentioned, the audio was bad because of that whole thing. So I just finished building that last night. I need to edit that video. Hopefully that should be done today. Hopefully. We're heading back to Lynchburg because my mom celebrated her 87th birthday the other day. So we're going to celebrate that this weekend. So happy birthday, belated birthday, Mom. I already called her and all that other stuff. So that's what we got going on. But hopefully I can get this done before I have to do that. But that video is coming out soon. That is going to be the new standard that I'm using now for the hardware. The reason I say that, Anthony, all of y'all who build systems, and if you're using the AMD stuff, AMD is dropping the 9 series on the 31st. So if I'm still using the 5 series, you see how far behind we are. So I'm moving all my stuff up. So just be aware of that. Don't get the new Ryzen stuff yet. They've had a few issues with that, manufacturing issues. So that's why I'm moving to the 8 series. Anyway, that's enough of that. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see. See some questions here. Don't see any so far. Brian, that's not the official DJI mic cable. Also, I'm assuming you also use the ZV-10 preset. Yes, actually, it was I was always using the original cable for the DJI mic. I just couldn't find it. This is the one I just had in front of me, but I tried a bunch of them. The original mic cable was causing the issue. I didn't have an issue at first, but then I wasn't using that mic that much with my camera. And yes, the camera, I do have it set for the DJI preset. I tested a whole bunch of stuff, and it was just garbage audio. So, like, actually, I still have it here. So let me bring my audio in through here. And I'll let y'all hear what I'm talking about. So if you had a similar issue. So if I bring this over here, I got the drive. And this is where it was fixed. But let me go through a couple of these. All right. So that buzz, I don't know if you heard it. All right, so I'm connected with headphones. Sounds perfectly fine right here without an issue. And it is connected over the system right now. So in the recording, that's what's causing that issue. So this is the most recent one. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let's see if this resolves the audio. So that is the direct connection. Hopefully y'all could hear that. So that was the difference. So I can probably go back to using that camera a little bit more now. Let me see. Where do we leave off at? John, I'm guessing this is a question. Ultra low latency wireless camera recommendations. For what? Need a little bit more detail. I mean, ultra low latency wireless camera. I'm not sure of a wireless camera like that with low latency that would go for live streaming. I mean, you could use the Hollyland. that is a HDMI wireless transmitter that does that, and you can pair it to any other camera. But I'm not aware of a camera that has all of that by itself. Rob, no, like I said, where is that cable? This was the cable that I was originally using, and I still get that noise. I get that noise in general, and this is a known issue only with Sony cameras. If I use this with any other camera, I have no problem. It's just the Sony one. It is a known issue. I looked in there. Anybody with a Sony camera, this is an issue that they've been talking about. So, but thank you though. I did test it with everything. Francisco, tell her I said hello and tell the babies hello, hello. Rob, yes, that is. I have 3 Synology NASs. This is an 8121 Plus. I just got a 923 Plus, and I have a 418 Plus. Hold on, let me see. And I actually was doing a video on, that's another video that you didn't hear because that's when I found out more issues with my audio. And I actually recommend some type of NAS for the data anyway of keeping your stuff secure when it comes from church. You can also set it up as a repository to keep all the stuff. I used to have, why is my stuff not right when I want to bring this up? Now all my stuff doesn't want to work. All right, there it goes. I used to have one of these at Antioch, and I used that where I ran. What in the world? I ran a. I can't even type right now. My stuff is just failing like crazy for whatever reason. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I used to have one of these that was a repository for all keeping all of the files and everything. Also, any assets that went into presentation software. I used to do that for all of them, and I really recommend it because the NAS, especially the Synology ones or any other ones, these are just the ones that I've used for years. You can just put any other drive you want to. The one behind me is 8 bays. The other 2 that I have are 4 bays. So if I cut over here, so right now, and this is what I did in the video that y'all are not going to see because the audio is so messed up. Arthur is my first name. So if y'all have seen, my Wi-Fi is Camelot. So my servers are Roundtable, Excalibur, and Avalon. And as you can see, this is the one where my drive died, where I have to fix this one. So we have a bunch of stuff in here. So if I look in here for my backup, we have our main file storage for all of my YouTube videos, all of my camera recordings and everything. That is a 51 terabyte drive there. We have another 11 terabyte one for other business stuff. Then Excalibur here, this is the older one that I had that I transitioned over to. This is more for like personal stuff, like photos and things like that I back up my phones and everything. This is actually only a 3 terabyte one because I need to add 2 more drives to this. And then Roundtable is my other one that I back up everything on. This is a 12 terabyte that I have right here. So I grow these as time goes by, but like I said, I used to have one of these, a 214J, a 2-bay drive one that you can get from Amazon for like $130. I used to put just 2 6 terabyte drives in there, and I used to back up everything at Antioch And then when they stopped recording, there was no reason to have that placed. But yes, I did that video intentionally when I was setting up the new NAS, but the audio was just so horrible. So that goes to your question. Do you have any videos on how to build a NAS? That's the one that I was building, and the audio was just so jacked up. I have built a NAS back in the day with free NAS, and it's open source software with an old computer. I might try and do that again, or I might do this whole NAS all over again with the old one that I have, because I'm not going to tear this down. There's way too much data to try and back that up. 16. Hey, I told you, I try to be nice, man. People just be wearing your nerves. I get spam messages all the time. Like, should I do it? Let me just show you some of the downright stupid messages I get from people. Hold on. I think I may have actually already deleted them and got rid of them. But anyway, and I know Monty probably does the same way, and anybody that has any type of significant following on YouTube, your name gets plopped up into all these bots, and you get all these stupid messages. Like, I get messages like, "Oh, we've been following your content for years, and we just think that we'll make a great fit for your audience and the culture that you talk to, which is media ministries. Hey, would you advertise this sock warmer?" I'm like, would you shut up and stop sending me this stupid stuff? I want to respond. I don't, because I have to be mindful. As much as, I haven't been Christian my whole life. You push me and you drop something heavy enough on my toe, something creative might come out. So I have to be mindful that even if it's AI or bots that send that stuff, I can't respond back with a nasty gram, because last thing I would want anything to be like, AJ the CEO cussed out somebody and blah 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 blah. Nah, that wouldn't be a good look. So we gotta maintain our bearing at all times. Hey AJ, I'm moving to North Carolina on Tuesday from the DMV. We bought a home there, and I want to put it in Ubiquity DVR and cameras. Did you have to drill through concrete for your setups? Some of them, yes, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because I finished almost. I'm 95% done at Gates of Faith. So if I cut back over to them and I go to their stuff, their door access, we ended up adding another door control. So we got one in the breezeway, that's the newer one that we added, and the one in the main office. So that's the new ones that we've added, and we're doing magnetic locks on the doors. So that's one thing. So yes, I had to drill through all of that. I needed a 20-inch masonry bit to get through here for outside. And then now in the building, I actually ran all the cameras over top. So these are actually, and why does it do that? These are 4 new cameras that we're going to be adding pretty soon to cover the other spots in the area. But most of this shot right here, this is from the media room. So I actually drilled through the brick for this. These other ones here are actually are mounted through PVC pipes, and we just drilled that into a 1-gang outdoor plastic PVC box. I drilled that into the brick, and this is weatherproof, so I just ran the cable in there, and the camera is mounted on the outside of it. So I used to use these, and then now all of a sudden, Ubiquity is finally selling these boxes for these cameras. So these are the cameras that I use, the G5s, and they finally have a junction box that they sell now for this. They have that one that I used to just buy these from like Lowe's, and then I 3D printed my own thing right here and did that. So now they're finally selling it. So $50, that's kind of high. You can get this same equivalent one that you can get specifically from Lowe's or Home Depot. You can get for like $8. So this is what I do, so that I just run my cable in here. So when I upgrade to newer cameras, we can. So like, I don't need to show mine. I don't care. Like if I go show, well, no, I'm gonna go here. It's like they just dropped a new camera. that I want to get, but it's sold out. So they have a $300 PTZ camera that is a G5. This is what I would like to try out because their other PTZ is that. Yeah. So anyway, I say that box because that's what I have outside here. And the box, that is, not this camera. I have that, and I want to move that to this one. Like, in my community, I'm like the only one that had cameras out here. So when stuff happens here, people come to me and ask, can they get footage? So I want a PTZ so I can actually pan and see all that, pan and tilt and all that other fun stuff. Anyway, enough blabbing. Hey, folks, if you don't mind, if you like what I do, go ahead and please hit the like button. We got 44 people watching, but only 17 likes. Please, it helps the algorithm push this out. Now, I'm not just saying this for me. I'm saying it for y'all as well, too. Please ask your congregants and anybody who's watching online, have your ministers or put up a lower third like I just did to like and subscribe. Do that on your live stream because it helps do interaction so that the algorithm picks it up and then shares your videos with more people. So please do that for me and for your ministry as well too. Mr. Skilla, good morning. My stream comes through fuzzy. Computer and ATEM has Ethernet. We are using StreamYard. Any suggestions? Can you email me at questions@ajhomes.com. Send me a link so I can really see what fuzzy is. Email me at questions@ajhomes.com. I will look at that so I can actually see a sample of what you're talking about. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, Rob, thank you for that. That's the other thing I forgot to mention. We have our second day of our eMissionary Conference coming up, folks. We had it on July 13th. Everybody who watched and came into that one really enjoyed those sessions. We're doing it again for August 10th. Some people are teaching new stuff. I know I am. Francisco, Rosalind, Augustine. Jennifer is a new teacher that is coming on. I need to finish her graphics. She's teaching being a media ministry leader worth following. So we got a bunch of other stuff, and we're still looking for more teachers. You still got plenty of time. If you're interested, just go to the website, mediaministrymentor.com, and I'm trying to type it while we do it so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So you can always come over here to get registered. If you've already bought your ticket, you can get back in for August 10th. You're good. If you missed it, you can go ahead and buy a ticket now. Go into mediaministrymentor.com, click on the conference over here. You can scroll down, and the tickets are $100. You can watch the previous sessions, and you can get here. If you don't want to do that, all the videos will be uploaded to YouTube, and you can watch them 8 months from now. So, I mean, it was a lot of good information. But we have our teachers here. I need to add some more people on here. But if you want to become a teacher, go here, scroll down, fill out this information, and we're going to be setting up a dry run again for everybody, all the teachers, so be on the lookout. I know we had a couple of people that had a few family emergencies. I hope everything is well, and they'll be doing their sessions. Please let me know your time. Teachers, be aware I am going to send out a message so we can follow up and get all that stuff squared away. All right, appreciate it. And thank you, Rob, for that. Dean, in North Carolina, they have Spectrum. Do you know how it compares to Verizon? I'm going to miss my Spectrum is trash. I'll be honest. Like, I had Galilee Missionary Baptist Church. They went from Spectrum, and I moved them. Let me rephrase that. Their download is fine. Their upload has been horrible. For all the churches I've upgraded in that North Carolina area, that's what I've had to do. Now, Starlink, I really want to bite the bullet and get the mobile one, but I don't move around that much yet for me to get one. They have lowered the price. Starlink now you can get from Best Buy and Walmart and all this other stuff now. And you set it up yourself. But yeah, Spectrum, yeah. Compared to Verizon, no. Thank y'all for wishing my mom's birthday and all the other good stuff. I appreciate it. Back to Mr. Skilla. Can you link a AVCAN's 2 PTZ camera? Can you link? Oh, can I link? I was like, can I link? Can I set it up? Yeah, I actually got it here. Hold on one second. I'll bring it up. So here is that multi-camera bundle that I'm gonna link to. So we got it right here. This is that actually is for Runnymede. I need to give them a call. All their stuff is sitting in my garage, and I'm trying to get their stuff installed for them. Give me 1 second. Now, it all depends which one. This is the E20 bundle that I'm linking, and that's the one that I had. But I will put that here. Also, let you know of some videos that I have coming out. I'm doing a review video of YOLOcast. That's kind of like a service, kind of like StreamYard, by the folks that make YOLO Box and stuff like that. Be on the lookout for that video. I really need to just go ahead and drop the OBS bot camera video. I'm not happy with it, but I just need to get it out there. But I just put that link down there for you. So hopefully that helps you. Everybody, again, like I said, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. G. Albert, yes, this is live. We's live. Pastor Liz, we recently got a Behringer X32. How can we get training for the volunteers? In what respects? I do have a beginner's 101 video. I need to make some more videos. Can I throw a little shade? As respectfully as possible. I understand. Let me be nice, AJ. I understand people are busy, so I need to set up some more formal training and maybe some video training for some people that I've recently installed an X32 for. That's the nicest way of saying it. But let me know, in what aspects. Are you just talking about basic stuff? Because I have no shame in recommending people for y'all. There is a guy that I look to when I have issues, and that is Drew Brashler. This guy here does a lot of X32 and sound stuff. This guy right here, he does a lot of videos on the X32. I would say do that. Check that out. I will put a link to his channel here in the description. But if you need any other help, let me know and we can set up something. So I put that down there. And actually, I believe he helped out Pastor Allen down in Emporia. So I think he's local. I think he's local, at least based off of what I was told. But I hope that helps. Brother Art, hello from Phoenix, Arizona. Hope you are doing well. Creative for fun. AJ, if I put a PTZ camera downstairs for the kids ministry, or should I just use the remote control for the PTZ to control the camera instead of getting a PTC controller? I would do both. I did that at Galilee and at some other places. What was that other church? Holy Temple Church of God in Christ down the street from New Hope, Greenville Baptist Church down in Oxford. What I did is the one joystick that's in the main media area can control it, but then I also put another PTZ there so that if anybody was local, like in the kids' room, they could control it, but you also have control of it. So like when I used to have two PTZ controllers, I have one right here, and I would have one back behind here when I was doing my overhead stuff, and I could still control both of them. Just be mindful that you don't both trying to control it at the same time, but either one of them will work. Ripard. Hey, AJ, I have a small X32. The headset is not working. Is there a workaround so I can use the headphone. Also, is there a way I can get sound out of the X32 Edit? No, you can't get audio out of X32 Edit. That's just a software interface to talk to the at the application interface layer to talk to the board. So that doesn't generate sound in any way, shape, or form. If you bring in the X32 over to USB into your computer and you bring in channels 1 through 8, then you can hear what is going on the X32 when you have the X32 software installed. So like, for example, I think it's still installed here. Actually, let's go to, hold on, let me do this real quick, because I don't think I've removed this from Antioch's stuff. All right, so, and I can't turn the board on remotely. All right, so inside of here, if you install, and I did uninstall it. No, I didn't. Yay. So inside this, when you have this connected to your computer, and the board is on over USB, it will say what channels do you want to bring in. Do you want to bring 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, or 1 through 8? If you have it connected to your computer, you can pick whatever channel, and then you can hear what is going out from the board over USB. So that would be like a mic in. You can just have headphones so you can hear that in your computer. Just open up OBS, just do an audio capture or whatever, and you can hear it live, what's coming in. Actually, you don't even need to do that. You can just come into your sound settings, and if you have your microphone, which I don't have one here, you can come in here and you can say, I want to listen to this live. Hold on one second. I was aiming for probably 3, but I can't talk that long. I'm actually on a live stream right now. All right. Sorry. Um, I lost train of thought of what I was doing. But yeah, if you had a mic coming in here, you can come in here and set the properties and say you want to listen in on whatever. And then if you have headphones, you can hear whatever's coming in. Sorry, I got distracted. Some changes to my plans this afternoon kind of switched up on me. But then back to, and you said a workaround with your headphones. That would be the workaround. So are the jacks just not working on your X32? Is that what it is? Let me know. Give me a little bit more detail for that. MA16V3. Sorry, I just came in to hear AJ talking about system builds for the time being. Avoid using the 13 and 14. Yeah, Intel's had some issues. They had some oxidation issues that they've been hiding, and their latest processors have been hot trash. Literally, they've been having an issue at the manufacturing level. So avoid that. Yeah, and I saw those too, where Gamers Nexus. I don't really watch Linus that much anymore, but yeah, Gamer Nexus was talking about that. That they've had some very, very bad flaws with that. Patrick, how do you troubleshoot the source of a hum in the live stream audio? No hum in the speakers, just when listening to the stream. Using a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 connecting XLR to. If you're getting a hum there, the first thing I would do is just walk down the line of where you're getting it. If you're not getting it from, if you're only hearing it on the live stream, then most likely it's the cable that you have going over, because this is what I actually have to fix this afternoon. Have to fix that over, see if the cable is not too close to power lines or anything that runs power, electrical lines, so you can be generating a hum from that. I would just, run the cable, get a shorter cable, try different cables to see if you're still getting the same thing. If you're getting a hum, typically it would be something with the cables. And you said you're doing an XLR to a quarter. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I've done. When I get stuff like that, I would try different cables. Um, and kind of like the same way when I was testing out my camera to get the buzz, I just went through different cables and just try to isolate whatever it is. If I've gone through like 5 cables and there's no issue, then I know it's something else, which reminds me, I got a bunch of stuff I need to ship back that I had some defects on. Sorry, just jumped off in a thought. That's how I would possibly walk that through. Creator for Fun wants to know what's a good surge protector to get for a church. Honestly, I get the shop ones that you go into the shop that you can get from Lowe's. Those big long ones that you can screw in. I actually got like 3 of them around me right now. Mainly because they're mainly meant for more heavier duty stuff than your computer. So if it can handle tools and protect surges from that, your computers will be fine. That's what I typically would use. Dean, have you tried the Blackmagic Camera app and the new feature to sync DaVinci? It's great with the iPad. Yes, actually, I have. So I've used a couple of videos with, this is the Android one. So I used this one. And this is what recently, a lot of the videos, I had the DJI mic connected to my phone, and I was using the app. Everybody's blowing my message up. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Where is it at? Yeah, so I have both of these on here. Normally, I'll have my DJI mic 2 connected to this, and this is what I would use to do my videos that I've been doing recently. That's why I wasn't using the camera, because I couldn't find out what in the world the issue was. But yeah, I haven't messed with the DaVinci Resolve Sync one. I thought you needed a cloud account for that, but we'll play around with that. Back to Rob. To get more backup cloud security, you can back up to Amazon. I'm not. I true Amazon. I don't want to put too much in their hands, but if I need to, I will look at that. I built one of those a while ago. I still have 2 Raspberry Pis upstairs that I wanted to play around with, but I mean, I need so much more storage, so that's possible. Philip Paul, hello, hello. I just realized I didn't eat anything. see, Rob, I see iPhone and Android. I have both. I want to get one of my volunteers a basic laptop to practice with Canva and ProPresenter just to get comfortable with programs. What would be a good suggestion for under a laptop? I mean, the reason I say that, and it's a good segue to a video that I've been meaning to do. I mean, a cut that I mean to do. You could get one of the mini PCs like I have right here. That's what I meant to talk about, and I'm gonna talk about it here in a second. I mean, that's going for like $275. You could do something like that. But if you want a full laptop, I mean, honestly, anything would be fine. Personally, I would stay away from the Intel ones just because they've been having some issues with their stuff, and they're not being very forthcoming about it until like vendors like Gamers Nexus and other things start to talk about it. So let me see. Trying to find one here. It's so funny. You go to Amazon and say, I want to look for a laptop that has an AMD one, and the very first thing it shows you is an Intel one. Like, I specifically said I didn't want that. All right, so here's one that is like $30 over that limit. This one would be more than enough for that. I guess you could go to this one as well too. This Vivo book, that's $250. That could work as well too. If you're just gonna do Canva and stuff like that, you're not doing anything super strenuous. That could work. I'll put a link down there for that. got to love Driven Through Brick? No, actually, I don't. The G4 Dome is a great outside camera as well. Yeah, I've used those as well too. I've pretty much used all of the cameras from Unify that are under the $200 mark. Anything higher than that, most of the clients that I've had, or me personally, I've had no desire to spend that much on one of the cameras. Sweet. So you said you have 2 of them outside. Awesome, awesome. See, I know everybody gets after me that I'd be so close to doxing myself and all this other stuff, so I want to be mindful of that. But like the placement of what I wanted that camera to be is like right here. So this one is just in a static shot. So I get everybody that comes in here. So this is the one that I want to replace with this moving one. So that's what I would like to do with mine. Dean, when is the next cruise? I told my wife we need to go. The next cruise is actually August 15th. And I am beyond. Oh, Lord. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I am so ready to just be up and out of here. I need a break. I'm just saying. I wanted to buy the G5 PTZ, but B&H responded that it's been discontinued. Oh, no, I didn't know about that. It's probably because of the price. $1,800 for a 4K 24 frames per second PTZ is rather expensive, and that thing was super heavy. So I haven't heard anything about that being discontinued, but I can see why it would be. Elliot, what's going on? All right, so Pastor Liz, if you needed help with setup and online stream setup, I mean, I can help you with that. If you wanted to, I don't know how far away you are. We could do it over a Zoom, or if you're close, I mean, within a 4-hour drive, I mean, I can come there and do that. Just let me know. Just email me at questions@ajhomes.com, and we can go over the details if that's what you would need. New Hope, hello, am I on your live question? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We's live. Norm, hello. Pastor Liz again. I'm going to schedule a call with you. Okay, yeah. TT, hello. Yes, hey, you are welcome. Norm, how to listen to your audio OBS is sending to the stream on your computer. That is very simple there, Norm. And I need to transition to why I was talking about Creative for Fun was talking about this computer. I had it up for a reason. But let's cut over here and we can do this real quick. So I have my Osmo Action 4 right here connected here. So if you want to hear any audio from here, and they changed the layout. This is the latest version of OBS, 30.2. I think it's 30.22. Yeah, I didn't do that one. My other system has that one. But if you want to hear the audio in here, first, this is what I would recommend. Go to settings, go down here to audio, and you want to set your monitor out. And where did they move it to? Did they move that? Oh, there it is. Monitoring device. Instead of default, so it would come to your speakers, what you would do is set specifically. So if you had headphones plugging in, it would say headphone jack, so you know it's going there. After you do that, come over here to your audio or every single audio source that you want to hear. Come here, hit the little ellipse, the 3 dots, go to the advanced audio properties, come here, and then for each item, instead of monitor off, you want to set it to monitor and output. So if I do that, now y'all are most likely hearing the audio that's coming from OBS, and that's actually getting annoying. So that's it. That's how you can hear the audio that's coming here. Anything that's going here. So like for me, this would be my capture card, whatever. that would be the source that I would want to hear. That's how you could do that. Now, with that being mentioned, since we're here, somebody reached out to me and they had an issue with the OBS bundle version 3, and I told them to be on the live stream and I would answer that question. So we'll come back to that when if they're on here. Fred Lee Photography. Hello. Back to Mr. Albert. With that headless mini PC, can you also purchase inexpensive monitor and keyboard and mouse work perfectly for me? Awesome. And I'm glad you mentioned that. So I mentioned this before. Some people wanted to know how to actually do this stuff with one monitor. So we have our 3 HDMI headless plugins that I told you that we ordered last time we were here. So let me cut over here and let me hook this computer up so that y'all can see it. This is the mini PC right here. All right, so let me change my super source so that y'all can see that. There we go. All right, so if we go to here. So this is monitor number 1, obviously the one that's connected to the ATEM. And I don't have a mouse connected. Hold on. All right, I have a mouse now. And let's get out of here. We're not going to do that. So a lot of y'all are wondering, like, how do you do this with one screen? So I actually had this connected. So if we look at this right now, let's go to display, not personalize. Display properties. You see we only have one monitor. You don't have multiple. So let's go ahead and connect this headless HDMI on here. And as you see now it says we have 2 monitors. So how do we set this up? So again, it works just like the same way. I might actually put this on the other computer that I got to go fix this afternoon. But now if we go inside of, let me cut away real quick because I know it's going to ask me to log in. Oh, it's actually not even set up. So let me log in real quick. All right, so we're here, and now we only had that headless one is simulating a second monitor. So we come here to settings, and we do our output. And again, this is brand new, so this hasn't been installed. So see, there's our second display. So we can set it here, and boom, there we go. That's what now is going to go out. So if I go to a presentation here, like I'll go to my, oh, it hasn't downloaded. I need to download my, all right, this was my presentation from the conference. So right now, see, I click on here. I don't have another physical monitor. So this is the same setup. So if we go here and I go into OBS, because it shows up as another physical monitor, we'll skip this for right now. Skip. We're going to come over here and set a new display capture. And we'll select our second monitor, which is right there. And see, that is now what is being outputted. So when you don't have another monitor, like the church, Shiloh Baptist Church, this is exactly how I have it set up for them. They have one monitor for the computer, but they don't have another connection. They don't have a video switcher. They just use OBS for everything. So we have one of these headless ones. It's actually a USB to VGA one is what I got them, but it's the exact same thing. This would simulate and able to capture this, but we only got one physical monitor. So again, if I cut over here, we ain't got nothing else. We just got that connected there. So if I zoom in so you can see, there it is. The one with the blue light, that is the headless adapter that plugged in, and it tricks the computer into thinking that I actually have another monitor in there. So I hope that helps. And I got 3 of them for like $8. So really dirt cheap there. I will put a link if you were interested in that. Let me get this keyboard out of my way so I don't confuse what I'm typing in. And that mini PC is the mini bundle that I'll have on there as well. Some other people asked me to do that $1,000 bundle with all that small equipment and everything like that for live streaming, which would be just a mini PC, one PTZ, and a joystick, and that's it. No video switcher. OBS acts as that. So I will be putting that on the website as well too. I'm just trying to find the actual headless HDMI that I got so I can give y'all a link for that as well too. Thankfully, business has been well. We have ordered a whole bunch of stuff for different churches, so it's kind of hard to jump through all of this stuff and find it. Actually, y'all can get it at a much lower price now than what I had it at. There we go. So right now, 3 of them is actually going for $7. So I paid $9 for mine. So that's the link. Those are the exact same ones that I got. They actually support up to 4K. So if you had that type of stuff, you could use it. HDMI, headless adapters. There you go. Whew. Can you live stream from the laptop you posted? Let me see. Let me go back to the link. And honestly, Anthony, I wouldn't recommend it. Technically, that processor is fast enough to do it because this is like the original 2400G. So let's actually see. Let's look at the specs on this CPU. See, it only has, well, it's 4 cores and 8 threads. You probably could. You probably could. Sorry, I just heard a car screeching past here. You probably could. Because it has a GPU in there as well, too. Yeah, I think you could. I mean, just from looking from a tech spec, it looks like you may be able to. I think he's talking about the E-Missionary Cruise. We are going to book another one, but I thought based off of what we talked about, we were going to do a resort next year. I mean, we can do a cruise. I can call my agent and set one up. I mean, I can have that information to y'all by this afternoon if y'all really wanted to do that. But let me know. Actually, let me do that as a poll. Another E-Missionary Cruise in 2025. Let me know based off of that. If you've never gone with one, we had a bunch. Brian, John, Pastor Alicia, we had a bunch of people. We had a blast. Now, granted, I don't go there to have meetings and stuff like that. Most of the time, we caught up for dinner, and that's when we sat down and talked, and it was really fun. I thought it was very relaxing. Um, Creative for Fun was there as well too. So let me know, Creative for Fun. We need to make sure we get your stuff straight, so you don't have that issue like last time. We get you straight. Um, but let me know. So I know we did say a resort. We could do that. I mean, we could do both. I mean, I look, dealing with the church people, not y'all. Y'all are good people. Dealing with church people, man, I need breaks. Um, so how about this? I'm gonna go ahead and book one because we already got 60%. So I'm just gonna say yeah. So we can do the resort and that. The resort based off of what everybody was talking about. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, we work hard, folks. And I'm not at the point yet where I can have this humongous type of get together and and it's on my dime. I love to be able to do that. I'm not there yet. I will be. But what I like to do is just set up a dedicated time for just media ministries. Instead of us just talking like this, we can actually sit down and meet face to face. But we ain't having meetings. We ain't talking about trainings. It's meant for a dedicated, 4 to 7 days of nothing but relaxing. And you're catching up with other people that you probably were chatting with. So last year we did a cruise on the Liberty of the Seas. Really great on that. It was a 4 or 5 day cruise for that. And then we're either going to do a resort, maybe Texas. That's what I'm thinking right now, somewhere that's close to the water and stuff like that. But it all depends on the temperature for next year, or a cruise. We'll probably do a combination of both next year. But let me know what's the best month y'all would like to do something. And if it's a cruise, I'm going to search for something right now. And I will actually I do Royal Caribbean because I've gone on 22 cruises with them. I get a lot of discounts that I can pass on to y'all. You know what? Let's take a break. Let's go look over here. Let's go cruise shopping. So we're going to find a cruise. If you've never been on a cruise, folks, I'm telling you, let me be your guide. I enjoy taking people on cruises for their very first time. I've taken a whole bunch of people. So we're going to look between June and August of next year. And we're going to do 2 to 5. That'll be a good, decent range. The Freedom of the Seas, I've been on that ship 3 times. Very good. I like to stay on the newer ships. Enchantment on the Seas, I've been on that one 5 times. The Utopia of the Seas, that's the newer ship. Ooh, maybe we should do the newer ship, but that's only 3 days. The Enchantment is fine. I like to, if I take people on new ships, I want them to get the full experience. So maybe the Utopia, and we're just looking at days here. And again, these are not the actual prices. I get discounted when I do group rates, but that's what we're looking at. But we'll come back to that. Be on the lookout. I'll put that information on the community chat, and I'll do that on our in the Facebook group. All right, let me see where I left off at before I started blabbing. Norm wants to know, when are you going to be in Elgin? I'm going to be in there August 5th through the 8th. That's when I'm going to be there. T, hello. Did you get that Decklink Duo too? And let me know. MA16v3. What hardware prerequisites are there to use the Ubiquiti security cameras? We have their Edge Router X, a unified controller running on. Well, I think what they did, Robert Adams, thanks for subscribing. I think they changed it because I used to use that, and they used to do unified video. Unified video, they've sunset that. That's where you could actually install your own software and run it on your own server. Now it's Unified Protect. You have to use a controller to do that. So that's the requirement. You could get the controller that I just installed at updated at a lady's house that I installed security cameras 8 years ago, and they had unified video, and we had to upgrade that. So if you really want to get in there, the low entry, you could get the Cloud Key Plus. I have 6 cameras running off this, and it can still run some more. You can just add that as a cloud controller and transfer over, and then you can run Protect on this, and you can use that. So that's $199. That's the lowest entry to get into that. Exactly. I'm all for updating stuff, but when they update stuff that nobody asked for, that's what annoys me. I still need to email you the setup time so we can remote in. I haven't been there in the last 7 months. First time back in a week. So, yeah, let me know. Okay, this is New Hope. All right, so thank you. So let me go over. This is the lady who had an issue with the OBS bundle. So let me cut over here, and I'm just going to go through the whole thing. So I actually already have it installed on here, but let's undo it. I'm going to remove that. And we're just going to go through the whole process. And there's my emissionary conference information. All right, so what we're going to do is let's set up this whole thing as if you've never done, you just purchased the OBS bundle, and I need to find where it is on my computer. All right, there we go. So we got OBS bundle version 3. First thing you would want to do is you're going to get the zip file that you downloaded. No, yo, what are you doing? All right, so it opens up. Here's the zip file that you have. Personally, and actually, let me go backwards because, like I said, I have my stuff already here. So I'm going to delete it. So you got your OBS bundle. The zip file comes down. I personally, the way I've set this up is you extract it to your C drive. And I'm assuming you're on Windows. If you're on Mac, we got to do it a different way. And I think this was, all right, so we let this all extract out. And it is hot. So I have my USB fan right here cooling me off. All this electronics and stuff gets hot. And maybe I should have pulled this off of my NAS and did this locally. Let me stop that. Why is my NAS going so slow? Okay, that's better. Somewhat. Sad thing, it probably would have gone faster if I just downloaded it from the website all over again. Come on now. Come on, you can do it. I'm like, did I already download this somewhere on my computer? I have this, all my NAS is on a 10 gigabit network, and my computers are on 10 gigabit network. This shouldn't be this slow. And the file is only 300 megabytes, so I have no idea why this is going so slow. Come on, you can do it. You're right at the end. All right. Thank you. All right. So you got this file. We're going to open this up, and I personally just move it directly to the C drive. All right. So now all of our stuff is in this file right there. Now, I wonder why all the rest of my stuff is in there. Anyway. All right. So now we got that. Let's open up OBS. First thing we're going to do is come in here to scenes. We're going to go to import. We're going to click this little 3 dots right here. We're going to navigate to our C drive where we just extracted this folder and select the OCBV3 JSON file. Open, import. That's it. Now, if you go to Scene Collection, you have OCBV3 right there. You select that, and everything that was in the bundle shows up right here. That's all you got to do. Now, I go to live. I need to change this to my camera, so I'm going to put this to my action camera. And there we go. And we got some other stuff that we need to set up as well, too, to add the lower thirds and all that other fun stuff. So we have the Bible doc that put it all the way on my other monitor. The instructions go through that video, shows how to do that. And this is airing out again anytime I'm trying to do a doc. I don't know why my OBS is crashing. This is just on this computer. It did the same thing last week when we tried to do that. So let's see. It might be my docs that is an issue. Yeah, it's something with my doc. I have to completely wipe this out, but hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any other question. I have another computer that has this on here so we can go through it, but that's the main thing. You need to put that files there, and if you do that, it just works great. Everybody talking about my password. It's like, no, the password is not 123. My password is password in all lowercase. No, I use very, very cryptic passwords. And I don't even know them off the top of my head. I know them by muscle memory. Aiken, is it possible to connect the ATEM to OBS wirelessly through an Ethernet cable and record through the US? No, you cannot do that. The ATEM cannot be connected wirelessly. And then another one, should I be using the main output or CR output for audio? CR output straight. I mean, what mix are you coming out of? I mean, you could come out of your main output, but I mean, then the main output would be the exact same audio output that's going to your house. So if somebody says, I want to be able to hear, you need to turn it up, you're going to be turning it up in the house and your live stream. That's why I always like trying to do a mix. MA16V3, the laptop posted, you'll redline it, but it will. I hate you. It'll hate you every second. Yeah, I mean, it could do it, but what's Jeff Goldblum's line on Jurassic Park? Everybody was wondering what they could do, but no one ever asked if they should. So, yes, spec-wise, yes, it could, but I don't know. Yeah, Rob, so I think I'm probably going to just do both and split it up. I don't mind having back-to-back vacations. That's me. So it might do a resort, and then I just leave from the resort and just meet everybody else on the cruise or vice versa. Philip Paul, hey, AJ, how can I, hold on, I hit the wrong pedal. How can I remotely on our church laptop and desktop from our home? What do I use remotely? Currently, we don't have any Wi-Fi switch. How can I remotely? I mean, if you're just trying to remotely connect to your computer, I use Chrome Remote Desktop. I have a video that shows how to do that. But I'm taking from your comment, that's not exactly what you're asking. Let me know. Hey, I'm going to do both. So we'll be on the lookout for that. MA16V3. See, you got some deep cuts that everybody might not know. But yeah, it's gonna be warm. But I mean, that's just from leaving from there. and then as long as the ship does not use CloudStrike. Not yet, but they are in talks with doing. The tech is getting better to where they can do planes and boats. Rob, that would be really cool. I would love to do that. And they use Starlink on the Royal Caribbean ones too, so I know that would work as well too. And because of the amount of time I've been on the ship, I get internet for free, so that would be cool. Remember when I told you on here that people are blowing up my phone? Um, somebody was that person that you're talking about. That's the person I was talking about. The controller will work as long as it supports the Protect app. But if you have it, the one that's installed on the Raspberry Pi, they don't support that Unify Protect on that one anymore. Mr. Skilla, if you need to borrow tools for your job here in Chicago, let me know. Hey, actually, not yet. Actually, when I get to Chicago, I actually need to be finding some cable, a company to pull cable, because I need to manage the project up there. I'm coming up there just to get the lay of the land, and then I'll be back later on to do that work. Lamar, hey, in that work, that's going to be unifying that church as well too. Hey, AJ, have you run multiple cables between 50 and 100 feet? Would you recommend SDI splitter or fiber would be best? It all depends. For the multiple cables, are all of those cables showing something completely different? If they're all showing the exact same thing, I just pull one and put a splitter on the other end. For that distance, it also depends where it's going to go. I've done both. So, like at Abundant Life, I actually got to go back because they had a bad lightning strike that messed up 2 of the cables to their LED wall and to one of their cameras. So I got to pull 2 new SDI cables. This one is actually, instead of climbing through everything, we're actually going to run this one on the roof. So that's going to be RG6, quad shielded, so it's just going to stay outside. I would not do that with fiber optic. Fiber optic would be if it's a relatively decent place, like in not long runs. For 50 to 100 feet, personally, I would do fiber optic, but again, that depends on where it is, what environment it's going to live in. The Mac is right there. Y'all keep messing with me with this Mac stuff. Have you applied any updates to the version 3 bundle that we should get? No, I have not applied any updates. The only update I need to do is fix the layout of the timer that gets offset. That's because of the profile. When you first set up OBS, it sets up the video to 720p. I do mine at 1080p, so I need to just update that, but that's it. Reverend Leroy, in the near future, will you be doing a deeper dive into Prism Live just like you did? Yes, I am. I have a backlog of stuff that I've been meaning to go through. And, I mean, honestly, with y'all, let's see. I have Mount Tabor, Shiloh, 31st Street Baptist Church, Gates of Faith, Sinai, Mount Sinai Baptist Church, New Hope Baptist Church, First Baptist Church in Oxford, Abundant Life, First United Methodist in Elgin, Union Baptist Church. I have right now, between now and September, I have 14 installs that I have to do. So to sit down and just do videos and stuff like that, that's why, like, vendors have sent me stuff. I've been so delayed because when somebody pays the amount for do an install, that takes priority to the videos. But I do mean to get back and do that stuff, to do a deep dive with that as well for you. Michael, hey, no, you were fine. Even though I'm getting ready to get off here in a little bit because I got to head up to I got to head up to Shiloh with the header, the wireless header that we were talking about. I got to go fix that, and they're having an audio issue. Got the audio set up, and now the audio is not working, so I think something is loose or a setting on the board is done, and it's easier for me to see it. So I got to take care of that. Then pick up the little one, and then go to martial arts practice, and then head to home to celebrate my mom's birthday. And I actually got to pick up some ribs and some brisket. I got to do that, too. Oh, Philip Paul was saying, how do I turn on the system remotely? Let me see if I can do this to show you. There's some prep work to get this done, but it is doable. Hold on 1 second. Let me switch over to my other mic. All right, so y'all should be able to hear me. And let's switch over to this camera behind me. And to remotely be able to turn on a system, first I use wireless smart plugs that I can turn my plugs on and off. So hold on. So I can't hear right now. So these are the smart plugs that I use. I got a bunch of these. This is the power strip, but you can get small little adapters. And with an app, I can turn on these individually. So first I have a computer plugged into one of these. That's the first thing that you need. And let me set this up so you can actually see what I'm doing. Number 2. So let me get rid of that chat window. All right, now the next thing we need is, let's shut the computer down first. You have the computer plugged into some smart plug that you can turn on and off remotely. That's the first thing you need to do. And now this is the system that I built. So let's power this on. And if it's a desktop, most systems have this as an option. I'm hitting the delete button or F10 for me to get into the BIOS. All right, so we're here in the BIOS and I need my mouse set up. Here's the hard drive that died, the 12 terabyte. I need to return that. Yeah, that's the other stuff I gotta do. I got a lot of stuff I need to return today. All right, we got our mouse there. So what we need to do is come in here and we want to go to settings. And this is in the BIOS of the motherboard on the computer that you're using. Most of them have this setting. It's kind of buried where it's at. We're looking for when there's a power issue. Let's do power. All right, so there it is, restore after AC power. So for this, I set this to say if the computer loses power, that we restore and turn the system back on. That is the setting. So now, if we have this going into a computer, the computer is plugged into a smart adapter, and you can remotely turn the power off to the computer. We set the motherboard to say, if a power loss is detected, once power is restored, it will turn itself back on. That's how I can do it. And then that's the prep. Then I have Chrome Remote Desktop on here. So once the computer is back up and there's internet restored and all this other stuff, I can remote into that. And that's how I can turn the system on and off at will. That's all the prep that you need to have in place for that to work. So I hope that helped you. And this fan picks up way more. So let me go back to this one. So unplug this. And if you want to know, this lavalier is the one that just came out for the DJI Mic 2. Very nice mic, and that's just the one that I had right in front of me. I got a whole bunch of this stuff right in front of me. So I hope that helps. How do we get the OBS bundle? You go to AJaytheCEO.com, and it has all of that stuff built in there for you. You come over here to AJaytheCEO.com, go over here to Shop Digital, and go to OBS. And that is the bundle. Well, that's 2.0. That's 3.0. That's the one that we just used. And this bundle also supports different languages. So this one is English, and you can get Spanish, French, German. We've been meaning to do some more, but I've been busy. But I will put a link directly to this one if y'all are interested. You can get in that, and I greatly appreciate it. Last couple of ones, and we're getting out of here. When and where for the ribs? When is tomorrow? Where is Lynchburg? Well, see, I'm where I get my ribs from is actually a friend. He was actually on a friend's dad. He was actually on the best thing that I ever ate. And I always support him. That is the original Ronnie's Barbecue. That's where he gets, I think he used to order, you can order stuff online. So that's Mr. Logan. And he does all of his stuff in the smoker. Really, really good. They make their own sauce and all this other stuff. So really, really slick. They used to be able to order stuff online. I guess they must have removed that. And they're only open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Business is good. So, oh, they actually do online order, but I think that's only for pickup. I don't know if they ship. Yeah, this is for pickup. I don't think they ship. But that's Mr. Logan, Ronnie's Barbecue. Again, very good stuff. They used to ship. So like I said, I don't know if they still do that. Brisket is outstanding. So we're getting 2 racks of ribs. He can do beef ribs, but you got to actually request them ahead of time. So, Mr. Logan, there you go. I gave you a shout out. MKM wants to know, can you project on the A10 Mini if you're using an HDMI splitter? What do you mean by project? I mean, technically, yes. That's as long as not all of them support that feature. But if you go into the BIOS, right when you turn on the computer, it's normally either the delete key, F2, F10, or F12. You keep pressing that button, that will get you into the BIOS. Most of the time, laptops kind of lock it down. You can't get to it, but you can get into it. And you got to look for that setting. But all of them don't guarantee that. Alrighty, I think that's about it, folks. I got a bunch of stuff I got to return. I got a Switch I got to ship out. Got this M2. Also, I'm doing a new video on the OCGO Stream M2. There was an issue with that one, so they're sending me another one, but I got to send the other one back. And they told me the price is going to be $130 for that. There is no software. like that. They said they wanted to make it super simple. You just plug in. So got an updated video when the new one comes to me for that. We're going to do some Prism Live videos. We got some other stuff we got to do, but I think that's about it. And then MA16V3. See, I used to use the Magic Packet a long time ago, but that's how I used to turn my stuff on and off. But then we're putting all these routers and firewalls and having to put holes and DMZs and stuff like that. I kind of avoided that, but that is another option as well too. Everybody said just checked on Ronnie's. That's that far. Hey folks, thank y'all again so much. I got to run just because I got about an hour drive to get to the Suffolk Church away from here, and I got a bunch of stuff I got to do for the weekend. We should have a roundtable this Sunday, 7 p.m. All the information is on the Facebook group. Be mindful of that. I've been wanting to do about 3 different podcasts, but I am holding my peace so that I don't come off like an angry, short, bald black man yelling in this podcast. So I'm going to calm myself down. But we got some other podcasts that hopefully a lot of stuff, people are going through some stuff, and I want to kind of address that stuff. So we got that going on. Big shout out to all my Patreon supporters and YouTube members. If you like what I do here, folks, I don't take sponsorships. Haven't been offered any sponsorships, but this content in this channel is sponsored by members and supporters just like you. If you like what we do, you can go to patreon.com/AJaytheCEO, and you can get started for as low as $1 a month, or you can click the join button down below and become a YouTube member. Like I said, I give benefits and stuff like that to where supporters get entered into my giveaways twice. They have access to videos, the roundtables and stuff like that, and they're going to get access to the conference videos earlier than everybody else. We're going to upload those to YouTube 8 months from now. They're going to get access to them 4 months from now, so they get a head start. Try to do as much as we possibly can. In certain tiers, they get free consultations with me every month, so that's stuff like that. So that's my way of being able to give back, and thanks to all of y'all. Noted, if you have any questions, please email me at questions@ajhomes.com. Give me 48 to 72 hours to respond. If it takes more than 3 emails, please set up a consultation. Go to ajhomes.com/consultation so you have dedicated time with me to sit down and go through your issue. With that being said, when you look at that website, it is true. I do not have any openings until the end of August. That's why so much stuff is going on. So you need to jump on there, and sometimes I can squeeze you in if I have a cancellation or something like that. But that's the best way to do that. So if no one has told you, thank you for what you're doing, folks. You've been called for this stuff. I know sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes you sit back, maybe it's just me. Sometimes I sit back and think, did I really hear God right when he told me to do this? Because sometimes this has been the most frustrating things imaginable. You see, sometimes, especially in church, you see some of the worst parts of people, and all you do is try and help. And I know that's frustrating, and hopefully I can come in and tell you that, hey, I know you're frustrated. Guess what? I've been there too. You can get through it. If not, we have a community built that you can lean on other people who are going through the same thing. They've gone through it, they're going through it, or they just came out of it, and they can help you. That's what this community is for. Not just answering tech questions. It's to help you move forward in media ministry, because it is a ministry. We do get attacked, and unfortunately, sometimes we get attacked by other people. We're just trying to help. So I just want to let you know that I appreciate you for what you're doing. I know I'm not a part of your ministry, but guess what? We're all a part of the kingdom, the same kingdom, and whatever you do is just as beneficial to me, whether you're in a different country, you're in a different city, state, or wherever. So thank you for all the hard work that you're doing, the money that you're spending, the sweat equity, the time that you're doing to make this better, because that's what's required. And again, I appreciate everything that y'all doing. I hope y'all have a great day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are, folks. And we'll be talking to y'all on the next video, folks. Later.